Hey guys, welcome back to the Prosta English podcast, the podcast created for English learners that will help you improve your listening skills, expand your vocabulary, and in general, fall in love with English. Here we discuss various cool and interesting topics such as life in different countries, traveling, healthy lifestyle, social media, relationships, and so on. It's really funny that the previous episode was about China and some shocking habits of Chinese people, and this one is about Japan and some secrets of the Japanese diet. It's just a coincidence, but somehow the topic of Asian cultures has become a part of my life lately. When I was preparing for a summer speaking camp, I was looking for some cool and unusual topics for discussion, and I randomly found a video on YouTube called How Japan Escaped Obesity while America got fat. In simple words, this video is about the tips that help Japanese people stay slim and skinny compared to Americans who are often obese and overweight. Some of the points mentioned in the video were quite well known, and some were shocking just because I had never thought of them before. So, in this episode, I decided to share 5 secrets of the Japanese diet, and maybe they will inspire you to change something in your nutrition and implement some healthy habits. So, let's get started. At the beginning of the video, the speaker mentions that at first he thought maybe Japanese people stay so slim because they go to the gym and work out more than Americans. But according to statistics, only 3.3% of people in Japan have gym memberships compared to 21% of Americans. So, sport is actually not the main reason. The main one is food. A typical American breakfast includes sweet cereals with milk, sausages and bacon, burritos, bagels with cream cheese, croissants, pancakes with syrup, honey, and whipped cream. Such breakfasts are usually high in calories, but they are not balanced and nutritious. And after having this kind of breakfast, you do not feel full for a long time, and after a few hours, you want to eat again. In addition to that, in the USA, there are lots of fast food restaurants where people can grab a quick but unhealthy and junky breakfast, eat it on the go, and not even notice it. In Japan, first of all, there are 15 times fewer fast food restaurants in general, and secondly, many fast food places offer rather healthy options. A traditional Japanese breakfast includes a small bowl of rice, soybeans, roasted fish, and miso soup. You can imagine that after having this proper meal, you will feel energized and full for a much longer time. The second point is food in convenience stores. Convenience stores are small shops that are open every day, often 24 hours, and sell a little bit of everything you might need quickly. Japanese convenience stores are known for a huge selection of pretty decent food, good food. For example, you can buy there things like fish, boiled eggs, a rice bowl with pickled veggies, roasted chicken, fruits, salads, nuts, and even low calorie options like noodles made from tofu. Meanwhile, in American convenience stores, you can mostly find junk food like chips, candies, cookies, processed snacks, and some fried stuff sitting under a heat lamp like hot dogs. Of course, super health conscious Japanese people do not get all their meals from a convenience store, only if they are too busy and do not have time to cook. But the thing is that the overall standard for food in Japan is much higher. So even convenience stores offer reasonably healthy choices. Point number two is sugar. Overall, food in the USA is much sweeter than food in Japan. If Americans go to any cake shop in Japan, they will be like, wow, why isn't it sweet enough? Whereas a Japanese person in America might say, why is it so sweet? According to the statistics, Americans consume 33 kilograms of sugar per year, while Japanese people eat only 17 kilos. But the main point about sugar is the following: the more you eat it, the more you want it. And I've noticed that myself. In general, I have a sweet tooth and I love all kinds of cookies, candies, jellies, cakes, buns, croissants, chocolate bars, and so on. And if I didn't gain weight from sweets, I would probably eat a lot more sugar. But I've noticed that when I try to cut down on sweet stuff, after a couple of days, I actually want it less. Reason number three why Japanese people are slimmer than Americans is that they do not drink sugar. In general, Japan is the country with the most vending machines per person in the world, around 4 million or one for every 30 people. And they are everywhere on street corners, in train stations, schools, and so on. Just in case if you do not know this word, vending machines are machines that sell things automatically. You put in money or use a card, press a button, and the item drops down so you can take it. In Japan, vending machines mostly sell drinks, and there are two interesting points about those drinks. Firstly, you can find not only sweet drinks like Coke, Sprite, or Pepsi, but also many sugar free options like cold tea, water, fresh juice, and even black coffee, again unsweetened. Secondly, the size of the bottles for those drinks is relatively small. For example, a typical soda can in the USA is about 350 milliliters, while in Japan it's only 190. Why? Japanese people say that if they want a drink, they want to buy a size that they can finish in one go. So you just drink, feel satisfied, and throw the bottle away. In America, the philosophy is different: get more for your money. So unconsciously, people buy more than they can eat or drink, and over time, they get used to it and start consuming more. Yeah, I call it smart capitalism. So you see, even the size of the bottles shapes the habit of how much sugar people take in. And again, the more they drink it, the more they want it. Point number four, which surprised me in the video, was school lunch. The Japanese approach to feeding their school kids is completely different. In the USA, the food served at schools is mainly junk, like sandwiches, fried potatoes, chicken nuggets, and pizza. In Japan, school lunches are planned by school's nutritionists and made from scratch every single day, which means that the food there is healthy and fresh. Japanese school meals usually include rice, some fish or meat, and vegetables. Kids get used to having a well balanced diet from a young age, and it shapes their eating habits for the rest of their lives. Talking about drinks, Japanese kids get water or tea at school, while American kids get chocolate milk. And again, it forms their habits. When kids in Japan become adults, they often choose sugar free drinks at home or in restaurants, while Americans tend to choose fizzy drinks or soda. When I was in the USA, I was also shocked by the size of the cups. For example, in Europe, when you order coffee, you usually get a small cup. But in the USA, you can even order a massive cup of coffee, for example, 590 milliliters or even 710 milliliters. And on top of that, Americans love their coffee sweet with sugar, syrups, whipped cream, and so on. And you can imagine that in the end, you are unconsciously drinking tons of extra calories. Point number 5 that helps Japanese people stay slim is the rule of 80%. In the USA, it's common to get huge portions, so people feel like they are getting a lot of food for the money they pay. But in Japan, the portions are much smaller for two reasons. Reason number one is that it's considered bad to leave food and throw it away. So it's common for people to eat everything they have on their plates. Also, people are not used to getting a container to take leftovers home. You are expected to finish your meal at the restaurant. So, the average restaurant serves reasonably sized, not too big portions that most people can finish in one sitting. The second reason why portions are smaller in Japan than in the USA is that people eat until they are 80% full. It's not common to be stuffed after a meal and feel like you cannot move anymore. Again, if you learn to control how much you need to eat, and if that mindset is supported by the culture and the society around you, you're much less likely to become overweight and obese. That's it for today, guys. Let's just sum up all the points we have discussed. So, Japanese people are slimmer than Americans because they have more well balanced diets, which include meat, fish, beans, healthy carbs, and vegetables. They are also more conscious about how much they eat. They choose reasonable portions and try to stop eating when they are 80% full. And last but not least, Japanese people usually choose water or unsweetened tea as drinks and try to limit their sugar intake. To be honest, I was personally inspired by the Japanese approach. It made me reconsider my own diet and especially take the 80% rule more seriously. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me today. Do not forget to follow the podcast so you do not miss the next episodes. And if you want to support the project or buy the text of the audios with new words, follow the links in the description below this episode. Wishing you all good health and lots of delicious food that gives you energy and keeps you going through the day. Have a great day. See you. Keep in touch. Bye bye.